Hi, my name is Richard Brown, Director at Abound Paraplanning. Welcome to the fourth and final video in this short series introducing our new paraplanning service to advisors across Australia. For those that have listened to the first three videos, thank you very much. We've had some terrific feedback from advisors, and I'm quite excited, to be honest, about the demand that actually sits out there in the marketplace. Your comments and your support is very much appreciated. For those that have tuned into this fourth video, there will be a special offer for those that we believe is of value to you, and I'm about to let you know what that is. But just before I do go into the special offer, I just wanted to recap a couple of points that I've mentioned in the previous videos, but just very briefly. The advantages of outsourcing, and this is the feedback we're getting from our current clients in this space, is that it's freeing up the advisor time. And you know, that's pretty important, because the advisor time not only is the more expensive time within your organisation, but it's also the most profitable. So if you've got the advisors spending time doing the things they should be doing, as I've said, then, you know, presto, you've got a situation where, you know, that the firm can generate more income, and more importantly, spend more time with clients, helping clients, that result in that income generation. So we found that's been a big plus. The other couple are switching, in some cases, because we've been doing this a little while now, firms switching a fixed cost, which is a full-time paraplanner, into a variable cost, which is outsourcing. There's a big difference between the two, and I think that you're intelligent enough out there to work out how that operates, but that might be for another video, and explaining exactly how the cost benefits to you and your organisation can flow through. The other point I'd like to make is that it can certainly make you much more efficient if you have a systemised process whereby work comes in, you receive the order, which is the signed authority to proceed on behalf of the client to produce a statement of advice, and you outsource that in a very systematic and timely process. Then you've got a very well-oiled machine in terms of your office. That order comes in, outsourced, 4 or 5 days later, on receipt of information, you've got a completed statement of advice, professional document, you ring your client, you make the time for them to come back in, and within 2 or 3 weeks the whole process has been done. Now, that's a very efficient process to have. I've been around the game long enough to know that if you haven't got good processes in place, then things get left to one side. Things get put underneath the pile. That particular statement of advice is difficult. I'm not sure I want to tackle that yet. I'll deal with the easy stuff, so on and so forth. We find that if you've got that process in place, and the clients we've been dealing with to date are very happy that not only have they got a better process in place, they're actually making money from this process now, because they are able to on-charge the cost of the paraplanning at a rate of between 2 and 3 times. That's been our experience to date. Most importantly, I think you've got a better service delivery to your client, and you've got a very professional document. Now, so they're just a few of the benefits that we've had, and you know, from one particular advisor, we said, well, they're able now to spend a bit more time doing the things that they want to do, i.e. spend time with family and so on, rather than be at the office late at night because they've made a promise to a client that they've got to have a statement of advice prepared for the very next day. I'm sure, the points that I've raised there thus far, some of those might resonate with you. So you know what, from your own perspective and own firm point of view, is to what will work for you and what's possible. Now for the special offer. Throughout the month of May, I will personally offer an up to 30-minute discussion with any advisor across Australia that wants to either ring me or Skype me relating to the operation of the paraplanning service. Now, we've found through these discussions, this is why I'm offering this, we've found through these discussions that advisors want clarity on a couple of points, and once they speak to me, we can usually clear up a couple of issues that they may have. Now, for example, how does the process work? What do I have to do as the advisor? What's required? So I step them through that process about the request for the SoA form, the documents that we'll need. These are all on the website, but if I step you through it verbally, point you to the right area on the website, you may not be familiar with how to get around all those little issues, happy to step you through them. The other one is, a most common one I've had is, we've got certain branding on our documents, and we've got a certain layout that we want to maintain, but we're happy to use your content, Richard. Not a problem. We will. Takes a little bit more time in the first SoA, which we're happy to bear that cost for you, but we're happy to put your logos in the right places, to set out as you want, etc. That is not an issue. So rest assured that your documents will continue to look similar to the way they look at the moment. It will be up to you whether or not you want to incorporate the way our documents look and feel. You may think that's better. If so, we can use that as well with your branding. Entirely up to yourself. The other one is that our dealership or our licensee requires ABC. Can you cater for that? Sure, once again, we found the best approach here is rather than actually go through yourself to your dealer, or initially we would do that, but often easier for us to speak to the compliance people within your dealership, because we can send them what we believe is to be the correct wording or the wording, and we can get their approval. Or, better still, they can send us some of the compliance wording that they must include or must have for your dealership. Happy to include that as well. So by having this up to 30-minute consultation, we usually sort out a number of these little quirks that you've got running around the back of your head. If I outsource, is this going to be an issue? Or if I outsource, they're not going to be able to do this for me. Well, from where I'm sitting, we've been able to cater for 99.9% of requests to date. So please give us a chance to just have a look at those issues for you, and we'll do our very best to resolve them so you get the sort of document that you're really looking for out of this service. In addition to that up to 30-minute consultation on the phone and sorting out any of those little issues, if you quote when you call me in the month of May, if you've quoted that you've watched video number 4 in this series, I will discount your first SoA request by $100. That's for any simple, standard or complex statement of advice. I will discount it by $100. And that's not all. I will also throw in the executive presentation document, the one that I've referred to throughout these presentations, whereby that's your selling document. For the month of May, I'll include that for you free of charge as well. And that's valued at a minimum $100 as well. So for those that call in the month of May, say they've watched video 4, request the up to 30-minute free consultation, they'll get $100 off their first simple, standard or complex statement of advice, plus I'll throw in the executive presentation summary for the month of May only, which is a great offer. What I'm really saying to you out there is that, and I'm trying to encourage you, is to just give the service a try. We've found that all of the clients thus far that have used the service have been more than happy with the performance of Abound Paraplanning. So please give us a try, and I know that you won't be disappointed. I'd just like to sign off by saying that I'm pretty passionate about this whole service. We've put a lot of time and effort into getting all of our processes right and getting our documentation in order. So we're ready and waiting to be engaged by yourself and your organisation. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Richard Brown, Director at Abound Paraplanning, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.